It's a great pleasure to welcome to the MyBroadband conference Donna Mostert, who's the Huawei line of business manager at Mustek. Donna, it's great to see you. Firstly, thank you for joining us at the conference. I know Mustek is one of South Africa's ICT supplier of choice, royalty amongst the ICT industry in South Africa. And it's been a wonderful partnership between Mustek and Huawei. And if I'm not mistaken, this partnership is 10 years old already. I remember when this partnership was born a decade ago. It could be even longer if my memory serves me correct. Can you share some of the details of the partnership? Where are you guys, Mustek and Huawei?
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. So yes, we are 10 years old with Huawei. We actually into our 11th year. We celebrated our 10 years last year. And it's been a phenomenal joyride. Not always an easy joyride, but an awesome one. So, we just, every year we go from strength to strength within Mustek. Just in the last 3 years, we've grown from 5 team members to 16. So the business unit and the Huawei enterprise business space is definitely, it's on the up and up.
That's amazing. And I mean, just recently you guys won a big award and you achieved a big milestone, together with Huawei. What have been the highlights of this partnership, this marriage between Mustek and Huawei over the last decade?
Sure. There's been quite a few. And I think, I think the biggest joy is the fact that both organizations, both Mustek and Huawei, were both founded in the year of 1987, and we've learned to grow together. So with Huawei being our only main enterprise giving a turnkey solution, it's been a learning curve for all of us. And as they onboard the changes and onboard the new products. So we've had the privilege of doing that with them. So there's been so many, I think waking up every day and going to work is a milestone. It's an achievement. So I love what I do. I love the brand, and I think Mustek, with all the achievements over the years, they've done a superb job. I've only been there 3 of those years, but we've definitely, there's been so many milestones achieved.
No, it certainly is an amazing partnership, and I mean, I remember when Mustek was born with Mr. Khan all those years ago, and I guess that this marriage between Mustek and Huawei is an extraordinary one. When you look at the South African ICT sector and the growth it's experiencing, and the growth that it's going to experience in the next coming years, this development and advancement is really a critical role and partnership that Mustek and Huawei have together through this alliance.
Absolutely. I think both companies were ready. I mean, Huawei obviously had been in South Africa already for around 10 years in the telco space. And then when they heard, they explored Mustek and then decided that Mustek would be the distributor of choice to take on initially when they launched the enterprise product set. So it's, and here we are 10 years later. So just over 20 years in the telco space from a consumer perspective, and then now just 10 going on 11 for enterprise. So, but both companies were ready. They understood that we understood the market space. We had a large database of customers, and the focus being, how do we grow our existing resellers and win the business from the opposition products out there, and grow the Huawei enterprise space.
What are some of the future trends of this ICT distribution that you see with this partnership? How do you expect it to grow and develop over the next decade, for example?
So we're seeing a lot of block. We're seeing a lot of, there's so many different focuses so technology is doing a huge, and obviously with COVID, it's caused a lot of changes. And I think sometimes we so fast paced to try and get everything going. It's difficult to say what the exact trend is, but I do know that this is the new normal. Doing interviews like this. We've recently launched the Idea Hub series with Huawei in South Africa, where that gives you the whiteboard connectivity, and it's part of the AI business unit, and cloud. So we're extremely focused on growing the cloud side of the business with Huawei. as well as the remote capability side of the business. So your storage trends, all of those trends are still very much so on the up and up. And then connectivity. So there's been a huge demand with the sudden work from home, and everyone's realized that we need to change our way of thinking.
What reseller development program do you guys offer at Mustek, and why should resellers choose Mustek as a partner, for example?
Gloat. We're the top distributor. So I think because what others are still trying to learn, we've already learned that in our journey with Huawei. And why Mustek? Because we're a huge team. We're a well-educated team as far as the Huawei way is concerned. We've got a very, very tight, like you called it, a marriage. The divorce court's not an option. It's definitely going to be a product of choice and focus within Mustek for many, many years to come. We not only have the ability from a scoping perspective, but we also, as part of our group, we have Mercer Inter-Ed, which offers all the certification trainings as well. In our group, we have BDMs that can handhold the partners on the onboarding process, etc. And then we work with them to create and uncover opportunities within the end user space and support the channel 150%.
Just out of interest, Donna, I mean, what are the most asked for services, Huawei services that come through your customers? What are people engaging in the most at the moment? I imagine that cloud must be massive at the moment and growing super quickly. But what other kinds of services and hardware, for example, are people coming to you at Mustek for, asking with regards to Huawei?
So I'd have to say it would be our IP. So our networking range is definitely our strongest range of products that we're selling out there in the market space. But I'm seeing a trend of now we're getting a lot more focus on the core side of the business. SD-WAN is the talk of the town, and definitely a huge focus of ours. And then again, storage. And then obviously the cloud side of the business is definitely on the up and up, and we're very extremely competitive in the market against our oppositions out there, and we're determined to grow the Huawei Enterprise Cloud.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for joining us, and thank you for sharing those insights with us. Donna Mostert, who is the line manager of the line business manager for Huawei at Mustek. Thank you for joining us at the MyBroadband conference. Good luck, and may the next 10 years bring all the success it's brought up to now.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.